Hello, welcome to Connor Reacts. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm going to be reviewing Autumn King's new single, Asshole, and I decided to switch things up and do it in a video style of review. I don't normally do stuff like this. I'm usually behind the screen doing all my editing and stuff that way. I decided that it was time to try something new, see if that helps get a different following. Maybe people like the video stuff more than they do the actual just audio. If you enjoy this podcast, please let me know. If you have any questions or comments or anything that'll help me improve my videos in the future, let me know as well. If you want to see me do reviews on like TV shows or movies, anything like that, let me know. But anyway, let's just get right into this video. And cue the intro. First things first, I really like the whistling into the song. It kind of catches your ears, and it makes you wonder what's going to happen with the rest of the song and how it's going to progress from, you know, just the simplistic whistling.
Yes, there's an asshole in all of us. Right?
I really like that part, you know, saying there's an asshole in all of us, because especially in today's day and age, I think that it's really important to address things like that. You know, everybody's got this, I'm gonna say they have a dark side. They have a whether it's, you know, they're being judgmental, they're being just straight up dicks about something, they don't give a shit about your opinions, that kind of thing. Like, everybody has a way in being a jackass or an asshole, and just that very beginning part where he says, you know, everybody is an asshole inside, or whatever the lyric was, is really cool of them to start the song off with, because then you kind of immediately know what you're jumping into, where, you know, shit, if he's saying this right from the start, what's he gonna say throughout the rest of the song? What kind of message is he going to portray throughout the rest of the song? And that's why I like their music. They always do something similar to that. It's always something that kind of catches your eye or your ears, I guess, right away.
Nothing wrong with the text and the drive. When I cut to the front of the line, taking more than a piece of the pie.
Glad to hear that Jake is rapping again. Last time he did any kind of rap was in Lights Go Out. He did a really good job with that, so I'm hoping that throughout the rest of the song we can hear a little bit more of his rapping, see, you know, final thoughts, that kind of thing. So far it sounds good. So Jake, if you ever actually end up watching this, good job.
Maybe you should check yourself. Never park in between the lines, and I smoke cigarettes inside. Blow it all in your face and smile. Maybe you should check yourself. Can't stop.
I like how they introduced Joe's voice. They gave just a simple, almost like a beat drop, and then they brought in his voice, kind of lowered it a little bit, and then continued on with his voice and him singing, kind of almost like himself as like doing kind of a little bit of a rappy style singing voice, which is really cool. So far the song is completely different than anything they've released, which I'm really enjoying.
I'm talking. Hit you when I'm walking. Hey, babe.
Yeah, he's definitely pretty well talking in a more singy style voice. Like, it's not full on singing yet, which again I think is really cool about this song. It's just how they're doing it.
What a shirt.
Won't say sorry. Nope. You can say it for me. Call me what you want. Tell me what I am.
I like how they basically only introduced the bass for that last part, because you can, before I paused it, you can slowly hear that it's starting to build up a little bit. So for the chorus, I'm going to just assume that that's when they're gonna again introduce all their instruments and have the chorus kind of go from here to here really quick. So that'll be interesting to hear.
Yeah, you can call me A-S-S-H-O-L-E. Spell it out so everybody knows.
like the chorus. I feel like, you know, it starts off with that little introduction kind of into the chorus, saying, hey, we're about to amp it up a little bit, and then they finally get to the point where they're at a comfortable spot in the chorus, and they kind of keep it at that level, but it's still slowly getting more energetic as it goes on, which is really cool. Yeah, I like it so far. I also really like the, you know, the spelling out the word and then, you know, continuing on by saying, like, I'm an asshole. I don't know, the spelling it out kind of adds to the song. Like, if they would have just been saying, you know, I'm an asshole over and over and over again without adding the spelling in, I don't think it would have interested me as much as it is right now. So I think that's really, really cool too.
Yeah, you can kiss my ass, S-H-O-L-E. Downtown on a Monday.
And I like how the chorus, again, it goes from, you know, going right back up to then right back down, kind of with that trumpet and like the bassy sound, and then he goes right back into Jake rapping again. I think that the Jake rapping kind of adds a lot more to the song than what it did when he did the rapping from the beginning of Lights Go Out, because this song is basically it's basically a it's shit talking all the assholes out there. It's saying, you know, I'm an asshole, but I don't actually give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter to me. So the rapping, I feel, kind of almost adds to that dynamic, because when I listen to most raps, it's kind of, most rappers that I've heard, they are shit talking people, or they're getting important messages out, but, you know, same kind of thing. So I think that the rap is definitely adding to the song, especially just because of the way it's written.
Monday night, only job's to get in a fight. Pissed drunk that I post online.
He's doing a really good job with the rapping.
Cat calling when I ride. Got a little bit of liquor on my mind. Here comes the pickup line. Hey, wanna can't stop talking.
Oh, I lost my headphones. Hey, wanna fuck? I was not expecting that lyric at all. I wasn't expecting that in the song whatsoever. That was interesting. That added to the song a lot as well. It caught me off guard, that's for sure. So much so I lost my headphones. That, I don't really know how to address that. That was just, it caught me off guard a lot, but then it fits perfectly in with the song and the message they're trying to say. That's all I can say right there.
Get you when I'm walking. Fuck out of my way.
Get the fuck out of my way. Yeah, that's a move.
You can say it for me. Call me what you want. Tell me what I am.
And then again, the build up into the chorus. They've done, like, I love how Autumn Kings are able to do that. Almost all their songs have some kind of build up, or even in some ways a build down, and then the chorus kind of just jumps out of nowhere and surprises you. I like how they've been doing that so far. And then again, the trumpet is adding so much to the song, like so much so. I love that in the song. They should do stuff like that way more often. It's really cool how they're adding different instruments into their music that I wouldn't have expected them to add into their songs.
Yeah, you can call me A-S-S-H-O-L-E. Spell it out so everybody knows it.
And that spell it out so everybody knows it. I like how they've included that in the song too, because it's basically announcing, hey, I'm an asshole, but I don't care, right? I'm fine with it. Move on, because you're not going to change who I am. I think that's how they're kind of interpreting it. That, you know, they're trying to say it. Jesus Christ, I can't.
1, 2, 3, hey everybody, I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. 'Cause that's what I am. Say it. Yeah, you can kiss my A-S-S-H-O-L-E.
And a nice build down with the trumpet, kind of back into the verses. Except now it's not going down much. I like how the song, you know, usually Jake, Tibor, the Troy, the drums, the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, and then like the bass are the most prominent instruments in the song. But in this one, it's the trumpet, and I really like that because it's more unique. It's more. I know that this song is Autumn Kings, but at the same time, if I heard it on the radio and I didn't know who Autumn Kings were, I would think, that sounds new. That sounds different. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I like it though. You know, like it just adds to the song.
Oh my god.
What?
You're just like, I don't even know what to say
yeah,
to
you
you
don't
right
even know how
now.
to use words.
You're just like,
Don't even know how to use words. Holy Jake, you're really selling that asshole vibe, aren't you? I like that part of the song because, yeah, that's pretty good.
I know you've been dying to say it. Tell me.
so pathetic.
Just fucking say it!
And then again, kind of finally giving in, not caring, like I said earlier, right there in that last little section of like the talking, that confirms it 100%. You know, it's Jake saying, I know you don't really, you know, like just say it, like, because I don't care, right? So I think that's cool, interesting, adds to the song.
Say it, yeah, you can call me ASSHOLE. Spell it out so everybody knows it. 1, 2, 3, fuck everybody. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I don't give a shit.
See? I don't give a shit. Clearly, they don't care. And I think that that's really cool. You know, that it's the whole be who you want to be. If you want to be a dick, be prepared people aren't going to like you, but no one can really change you. No one can control who you want to be in your life, that kind of thing. So it's giving into who you are, which I think this is supposed to be one of those songs where it's like they're purposely trying to give maybe a negative meaning to life in a way, but then they're also putting a positive spin on it, saying like, if you want to be an asshole, be prepared. People are going to judge you. You know, people aren't going to want to talk to you. People are going to want to avoid you, that kind of thing. So it's, the message is giving off two different things. It's like a negative and a positive, but it's mostly negative just because of the lyrics of the song and how it's like, oh, I don't give a fuck, well, you know, do what I want, that kind of thing. So I like that. I like the double meaning.
Say it, yeah, you can kiss my ass. I keep talking that shit. I'm an asshole. I ain't never gonna quit. I'm an asshole. I just tell it like it is. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I like every shit.
I like the oh part because it kind of separates the song a little bit, you know, keeps it so that way it's not consistently the same throughout that last little portion of the song, and it breaks it up a little bit more, keeps you thinking, what's happening here, you know, gets your attention still on the song and not kind of losing your focus, wondering when is this gonna end.
'Cause I'm an asshole. You don't like me, you're a bitch. I'm an asshole. Suck my motherfucking dick. I'm an
Okay, that's new. I like how this, like, the lyrics are surprising me here, because I wasn't expecting, you know, this thing from earlier. I wasn't expecting suck my motherfucking dick. You know, that one's new. It's not Autumn Kingsy very much, but I love how they're changing their style, and I love that, you know, this song so far has caught my eye, and I've been hearing so much about this song throughout the few months that they've been teasing it. I've heard Jake teasing on Instagram. I've heard, you know, teasers galore of this song. It's always kind of caught my eye, and I'm glad that going through and listening to it and listening to the lyrics, kind of focusing on what they're trying to say, the whole song, bits and pieces of the lyrics have surprised me, thinking that it's not Autumn Kings at all, but it's cool. It's different. I like it. That slow build down right into the last little bit of the song.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I like how they added that into it too. Alright, well, that's the end of the song. My overall thoughts, it was different, Definitely not what I was expecting from Autumn Kings. It's unique, and it's honestly completely different than anything they've done. I thought maybe it would have been kind of similar to like Lights Go Out, you know, energized, you know, kind of party-ish song, which it is. Like I would listen to that at a party and have a blast listening to it while drinking or whatever. But overall, I give it like a 10 out of 10. The lyrics were funny. You were constantly kept wondering what the hell's gonna happen in this song now. Like, there's always something different about the song, which was really, really unique. I don't think I would change like anything about the song at all. It was really interesting, and the only thing I think I had an issue with is just after certain points, when you listen to the chorus over and over again, you kind of are able to go, okay, I wish they would change something in here to make it a little different. You know, kind of give it a little bit of a oomph. But then throughout the whole thing, they've done that through the verses, the pre-choruses, that kind of thing, like the intro, the outro. There's been something different throughout the song, and they've kind of left the choruses alone because that's the most important part of the song. So I think in two ways it was a good thing, and in the other way it was a bad thing because I kind of expected I knew what to expect, and it was like, I know something's gonna happen that's different, but in the chorus, it's the catchiest part of the song. I feel like if they would have added even a lyric that was different, some parts would have added to the song. Anyways, the song was fantastic, like usual. It'll be on repeat on my phone for a good month before I actually stop listening to it. If you liked this video, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. If you want me to do, movie reviews, television show reviews, if you want to see me review full albums in this kind of style where it's like I'm watching bits and pieces of music videos or something, let me know. I want to kind of grow this YouTube channel a little bit and see where I can take it. Hopefully as time goes on I won't be so uptight and tense. It's my first time doing this type of video, so I'm not used to it. And one thing I want to make clear, the reason I'm looking up in like this corner of the screen is because my monitor is up a little bit, so I'm looking at the monitor, I'm not looking at the camera. Anyways, if you have any more questions or comments, let me know. And thanks.
Oh, never
Bye.
mind. Oh,